Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing okay today and that you're ready for some writing. I'm very excited. It's been a while since we had one of these. And I have been writing some more since last time. I have changed the way I'm doing my thumbnails. It's still like the same base, but I have started putting up what chapter I'm on and stuff like that, and like a little sneak peek from what I'm currently working on, and it's fun to see because then I see what progress I have made. So last time I wrote on chapter 9 and now I'm on chapter 12, so I am making progress, although very slow progress. I mean, it's been a month since last time, and yeah, the jump from like 9 to 12 isn't as big as I would have wanted it to be, but oh well. I am working on it though. Recently me and Fia, one of my mods, started having like writing workshops together on Saturdays. Nothing I'm streaming, just for like ourselves, and it's been very good actually, because I struggle to find a good writing schedule. Like, I want to write, but I work every day during the weeks, and when I get home I'm tired or don't have time because I have other plans, and life always seems to like get in the way, and it's not easy. And writing a book takes a lot of time, and I did some quick Google search when I was bored at work. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. I usually do that when I'm bored, actually. But yeah, I did a Google search just to like see how many words a book contains, like, and where I'm at currently. I know I'm not even near being finished, so I wasn't expecting it to be like 20,000, which is where I'm at now. But I looked, and yeah, I think I will have to write about at least 100,000 words. And I did some like quick counting, and my goal of being finished this year, it's looking quite bleak, guys, not gonna lie. I'm too slow, like I'm way too slow, and I write too seldom, and I really need to step up my game because I want to finish it. Like, I don't want to rush necessarily, but like I want to be finished in my lifetime. Like, I don't want it to take like 15 years to write a book. Like, no. Because I mean, it's not even a single book. It is a series I'm writing, or at least a duology. As far as I know, I might write even more. I don't know. The plan is for a duology, but that might change if I know myself. So, but yeah. And that will take a while. It will take a while, so yeah, I need to step up my writing game. But I am planning, as I said, I think I mentioned this last writing stream, I am contemplating in November doing a NaNoWriMo thing and actually have a writing stream every Sunday during that month in order to like participate in NaNoWriMo. I think that could be quite fun, and a very good way of being like productive, which I want to be. So yeah, I think that's a good plan, but I need to check like my schedule if that's even possible. I don't know. I mean, November is close to December, which is Christmas month, and I have no idea like what family is planning, what friends might want to do, and yeah. So, but that's the plan, at least for now. I really want to do that, and I also kind of want to, like, in November also like put up some YouTube videos about writing and stuff. Not sure when or how I will get the time to do that, because I can't even find the time to edit my my VODs down to highlight videos, but you know, I'm a woman with ambitions. At least no one can tell me anything else. The ambition is there. It's the way of making those ambitions come to life that is the problem. Writing, gaming, working, sleeping, we need more hours in the day. Yeah, definitely. And also, less work hours, please. Like, it's 2024. Like, why is 8 hours still the norm? Why can't we go down to 6 hours or 4 days? I could take that too. But like, we need to do something, because like the mental health in people is just spiraling down. Like, it's not looking good, guys. I mean, I'm one of those people who's not really 100% well mentally. I mean, there are those who are way worse off than me. I can still work and stuff, but I feel like I would have a much better life and feel a lot better mentally if I didn't have to work 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. Like, I have such anxiety every Sunday because I have to work. And thank goodness I can work from home 2 days a week, because if I didn't have that, I think I would actually go insane. Like, for real. It is just insane that we still do that, honestly. I mean, I know it's probably not that easy to like change it, because there are a lot of other factors that I don't think of as a worker, but like, seriously, do something, please. We want to kidnap you for a whole month. Yeah, no, don't do that, Fia. I want to be kidnapped by my stream for the whole month. But yeah, we will see. I'm not promising anything, but I kind of sort of planning it. Need to check up on some stuff first, but it's kind of sort of a promise that we're doing a NaNoWriMo thing in November, but yeah. I don't want to like make any promises that I can't keep, but it's kind of sort of a promise at least. And I mean, it's only like for Sundays, so it should hopefully work, because I mean, if people want me for something, there are still Saturdays. I know that's not always the case in my like life. In my family situation, sometimes I am needed on Sundays, but I'm gonna check and see if it's possible, because I would very much like to do it if possible. But yeah, back to the topic of writing. I mean, NaNoWriMo is the topic of writing. I'm scatterbrained, hello. But I was thinking of mentioning some stuff about what I'm writing on right now. I am contemplating, like, I started thinking a couple of days ago that I would want to maybe do it like in an arc form, like divide it by arcs. And if I do that, I am currently on the last chapter of the first arc, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'm thinking, because my story revolves kind of a lot around the full moon, and I'm thinking like doing something like the first arc is the first full moon and second arc is second full moon, or something like that, but I'm not sure if it's like silly or not. Might have to come up with some better names, but basically it is supposed to be like around the full moon, so I kind of want to have that in the arc titles if I'm doing that, but at the same time I'm not sure if I like it. What do you guys think? Does it sound stupid with like first full moon, second full moon, like, or does it work? I don't know. You just need to keep your dates and days straight. That's easier said than done, Fia. That's very much easier said than done. I'm barely keeping myself straight here. I barely know my own name sometimes. So yeah. But I don't know. I do like. I have been very like inspired by The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. the first book in her Crowns of Nyaxia series, and I have been very much inspired by how she does it, because she does it in like arc form as well. And if I don't misremember, there was like parts about the moon there too, but not just full moon, which is the problem with my story, because I really wanted to be full moon only, because otherwise it could have been like full moon, crescent moon, you know, but no, that doesn't really work. I wanted to be like full moon specific, because stuff is happening around the full moon. But yeah, I've been thinking in similar ways, just because I have so many characters that are also separated. It would be easier to keep track of everything if it's separated into parts or arcs. Yeah, I can completely understand that in your case, Via, definitely. In my case, it's not so much of keeping track of things, more like I like to like structure things, I guess, and I have like my story is kind of ish, not only about a competition that is going on, and there are stuff that's happening in the background that I'm not really writing about, but that is like connected to the full moon, and I kind of want those events to be like part of it without being part of it, if you know what I mean. So like, if I have arcs that are named like first full moon, second full moon, blah blah blah, then people might wonder like, what is this thing about the full moon? Like, what is going on? Why is that important? You know? But then again, also the competition takes place around the full moon every time as well, like each section of the competition. So yeah, I'm thinking it might makes sense. I'm just not sure about the name title of it. But I mean, I could mention, or I could like name it that now, and then I can change it later. I mean, there's nothing stopping me. This is the first draft after all, so I could do that. That's a possibility. Yeah. My god, my mind just wants to make things more complicated than they have to be all the time. It's a struggle being me. So long as structures is making sense. Yeah, true. I'm not sure if it does. I mean, it kind of does in my head at least, but I don't know. The problem of being a pantser, guys, like I know some stuff, but I definitely don't know all of it. So yeah, it might fit, it might also not fit, but I think I'm gonna try and go for it and see, and I can always change it later. But yeah, I'm starting to feel like I would really want to be a plotter, because I feel like my life would be so much easier if I was. But I just can't, because I feel like if I would plan as much as they do, I would kind of lose the joy of it and the magic out of it. But at the same time, it would make everything so much easier knowing what I'm doing and not just, what is this chapter's going to be about then? Which is kind of what I'm having the problem with now. Like, I know how the chapter is going to end, but I have no idea what's going to happen before. I'm having a ball again. Apparently I like balls a lot. But like, yeah, that's all I know. Like, my characters are getting dressed now, and then what? You know? Plot. Why would we plot? Isn't that the character's job? Yeah, you're right. But my characters are bad at doing it. They're just looking at me like, Lolly, what are we doing here? Help! So yeah, it's a struggle. And also I've been looking at like some writing tips and stuff on YouTube, and they are always for like those who plots more than I do, like people who know what they are doing. I actually did watch an interesting video today. I don't remember who it was or what it was called, otherwise I would like refer to it more properly as a fellow YouTuber, but sadly I am not good at these kind of things. But it was basically I think it was kind of made for people like me in a way, in order to like not get stuck, if you like, you can skip all like descriptions and unnecessary dialogue that you don't really know, that's just there to like fill empty space. Skip all that and just like put in a placeholder until you get to the editing phase, and then you can like put all that there. So yeah, and that was interesting. It was kind of interesting. Check your history. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. That's very true. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna see. I think I want to open a new tab if I'm gonna do that, because otherwise I might screw up my streaming, and I don't want to do that. That would be quite bad. Let's see, history. Okay, it's called How to Write a Better First Draft Faster with One Simple Writing Hack. And it's Ben Hatfield that is the YouTuber that put that up. I thought that was kind of interesting to see, because it was interesting and definitely a smarter way to work. I'm not sure if I could work that way, because as always I need to be different, you know. I think that's just my thing. I want to stand out, I want to be different. I'm not doing it like everyone else. I just want to make my life difficult, okay? But it was definitely smart. Like, just don't bother about descriptions that you know don't already know about. Like, don't bother with the dialogue that you don't already know about. Just put a placeholder and come back to it later, just in order to like get a first draft. Was basically like the content of that video. It was interesting, and I feel like for a lot of people it probably could work. So yeah. Excuse me, my voice is I think I might start to get a cold, because my throat is not 100% okay today. Excuse me. Now you're interested and kind of want me to send it to you? Yeah, I can definitely do that after the stream. Or actually, can I? I'm not sure if I can. Will it start if I start to like click on stuff? Probably. I mean, I could mute so you guys don't have to get your... or actually no. Hang on. Just a sec, my computer is working for its life right now. I don't know what's going on. It's like, it's tired today. It's a tired computer. I lost it. Can I share? That's what I want to do. And copy. There, I didn't even have to start a video. I don't have to disrupt anything. Hello, Bacon. Welcome. Let's see. Good thing you're not going to talk as much as usual then. Yeah, that's a good thing. Although, I do tend to talk quite a lot during the breaks, but I mean, it's not a Fata Morgana stream at least, so that's good. I did send a reminder in your private chat too. Okay, yeah, that's good. But I have the link here, so I'm gonna link it in case someone else wants to watch it, and also to be nice to a fellow YouTuber. So there we go. I hope this works. There, you have a link. You're welcome. But yeah, I feel like we have been talking for quite a while. It's been 20 minutes already and we haven't written a single word, so you know, I think we should start writing. Or what do you guys think? I feel ready, even though I have no idea what I'm gonna write. But oh well, that's just something I will have to work with, you know. So yeah. Let's see. It's been a while since I did it, so I don't really... Let's see here. There, we have that. Also, I did edit it so it's a bit easier to read this time. I think it looks quite nice now, actually. I'm gonna open up my phone as well, so that we have an alarm set in case you don't want to look at the timer on the screen. There, I have that up now. So I'm going to start a timer. Also, I might mention for if anyone is new here, that what we usually do here, we start with the intro. This is the intro. We are about to end the intro, and then we are having our first writing sprint that is going to last for 25 minutes, and during that time I will not read or answer chat at all. I will just focus on writing, and then we will have a short break and we can talk some more, maybe even have a stretch break, which will probably be needed. And then we have a second sprint, which is the same. I will write and focus on that entirely, and then we end off with some more talking. So yeah, that's usually how it goes. And also, even if I am writing, don't be afraid to write in chat if you want something to be mentioned, or if you just want to talk to each other, that's fine too. Like, I don't mind that at all. Just know that I will be focused entirely on my writing during the sprint. But I will check everything as soon as the 25 minutes are passed. So yeah. But I'm going to start a timer now, so good luck everyone who wants to participate in the sprint, and have fun! All right, there we go. First sprint done. I feel like I got a lot written down, and I'm quite happy with because where I was kind of ish stuck, I think it turned out quite nice. I mean, I will have to go back and edit it, but I feel like for first draft, I feel like it works definitely. So that feels very nice. I'm quite stuck. Lovely. Oh no, Fia, are you stuck? That's not very good. That's not good at all. No stepbrother to help? Wait, what? Stepbrother? What? What are we talking about here? I feel confused, guys. Is this a joke I have been missing, or what's going on? Stepbrother, what? Enlighten me, please. And also, yeah, rewinding on YouTube is quite a good tool to have, actually, and it's one thing that I think makes YouTube better than Twitch, actually, that people can rewind. So yeah. Poor naive lol. What? What are you talking about? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. But yeah, and is there something that maybe we can help you with, Fia? If we're going back to writing and not making this weird, you know? And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna check my word count. I feel like I did some good writing, so let's see here. Yeah, I've been writing a lot. Let's see. I had to end it in the middle of a sentence, which was kind of awkward, but oh well. 626 words. That's pretty good. I feel like that was what I wrote yesterday during my, or not during mine, but during our writing workshop, mine and Fia's writing workshop. So it's an improvement since this was only the first sprint. I'm writing about Hakon this chapter, and he's difficult because it's quite alone, so there's not really a lot of people he can speak with. Well, yeah, but can't he have like a lot of internal thoughts then? I mean, I know you don't write in first person view, but I mean, we all have inner voices, inner monologues, so you could add in some of that, like his thoughts and feelings about what he's doing and what's going on. Is the only like tip I can have. Hey, you're calling yourself slow, you keep writing about double the amount of me. Well, yeah, but I am slow though, like at least when I'm not on stream. Like when I'm on stream, I don't know what it is, but something just, it helps me focus. It's almost like, you know that feeling when you are having like a test for school or something? That type of focus that you get during that time when like the teacher is saying like, oh, you can start the test now, and then there's just complete silence and it's just you and the test, and you know you can't leave because you have to do it. It's kind of same feeling without like the scary pressure of failing, but but like it's kind of that same type of focus that I gain through these writing streams, because I know I can't do anything else. Like I can't cheat because you guys can see me here on screen, you can hear me typing, and if I don't work then you will notice. So like, yeah, that's what I feel. It's easier to write during the streams because I have to, I'm forced to. So yeah, that makes it easier. But like when I'm alone, I'm very slow. And like, I consider myself slow. Maybe I shouldn't compare myself to other people, but like some people, do you know that there are some people who write their first draft within like a month or two? That's completely insane to me. Like it's been taking me years to get where I'm at. I mean, I am a bit faster now that I have these writing streams, but like, yeah, just let us sink in. Like 1 to 2 months for a first draft. So yeah, I consider myself slow when I compare myself to those people. I'm not sure what is normal actually, but I feel like I'm slower than like the general person who writes, because even those who are slow, like I think most people that are not super fast, they write in like 1 year. I'm still slower than that, so you know. I follow Brandon Sanderson. I know the frustration of seeing others be fast. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Brandon Sanderson is one of those insanely fast people, and I don't get it because he writes super thick book as well. But yeah. It's also about how much info I want the readers to get, how much I want him to know too. Okay, yeah. Well, that is complicated, and it doesn't help that I don't really know either, so that makes it hard to help. But like, I feel just general tips like inner monologue, like him reacting to the world around him, like put yourself in his shoes, like what would your inner thoughts be in his situation, and try to like write that down, and like maybe he sees a bird flying and you can write about that. Like I don't know, but like yeah, it is tough to write alone characters, but at the same time, yeah, just try to focus on like his inner feelings and thoughts. So yeah, I would give up if I was him. Oh my god. Okay, maybe not write that then, but like but yeah, I'm no expert in any means, but like, yeah, I feel like inner thoughts is the biggest tip I can give you. Yeah, like what he sees, what he smells, like use his senses, like his thinking, his feeling, like his sense of touch, smell. Yeah, so he's basically in Uppsala, has never been there before, and is looking for one person. Yeah, but I mean, that could be interesting as well. Like, he's probably frustrated if that's the case. Like, he's never been there. It's probably overwhelming. Like I said, use his senses. Like, if it's a new place, you will be overwhelmed with like different impressions. Like, you will see things that you don't recognize. You will smell things, hear things, maybe like touch things. Yeah. Maybe he steps in a puddle of grime that is not used to, or like whatever. Like, it could be like, yeah, it could be overwhelming. Focus on that. Like, what would he experience if he's in a completely new place? Or Lund, take your pick of university cities. Yeah, okay. But yeah, and also like write in some frustrations, like, where the heck is this person? Oh, this place is so big, where am I? I'm lost. Like, I think there's a lot that you can do with it. So yeah, those are like my tips, but like, use his senses and like his thinking of it, like his frustrations and stuff like that. Hi Duder, welcome. But yeah, that's my like tip there, without knowing anything, because it is hard to give you tips since I don't really know the full context of things. So I don't know how good or bad my advice actually is, but just from the info you have given me, yeah. How's it going? It's going quite well. We have just finished our first sprint, and I have written quite many words. I just explained to Fia, because she was quite like upset that I always seem to write the double of her, but I told her that during these streams it's like doing a test for school, like that kind of focus that you get during that, because you know you can't like leave until you're done doing it, so you just sit down and do it, no matter what your general feelings or well-being is. You just sit down, you write a test, you are entirely focused on that, and that's the same kind of focus I get here. So I have written, what did I say I did? I think it was 626 words during the first sprint, which is quite good, because I think I wrote less yesterday during our little workshop thing, and that was like during 2 sprints. So yeah, I'm quite happy with my progress so far. And Fia is currently stuck, so I'm trying to like help her with the limited knowledge that I do have. But Fia, did any of my like ideas help at all, or is it still difficult? What character are you writing now? I am writing from our main character's point of view, Lutzi. So yeah, it's from his point of view. And as I did mention earlier, I'm thinking of like dividing my story into arcs. I mean, you could answer that question, Duda, because you have actually read a bit of what I am writing. I'm thinking that I want to like divide it into arcs, and if I do that, this is going to be the last chapter of the first arc, and I'm thinking of like naming those arcs like the first full moon, second full moon, etc. Do you feel like that could work, since you have actually read a bit of what I'm writing? Yeah, I have a few ideas I can explore. Okay, that's good. Perfect, Fia. I'm glad I could help you a bit. That's very good. And I do feel like these streams are so good like this, because you can like talk, and it's not only a way to focus on your writing and get shit done, but it's also like a way to explore and talk about it with other people, because I know very well that it's so easy to get stuck in your own head. like it's very, very easy, and get like so hyper focused on your own ideas that you just don't know what to do, because you're like stuck inside a box and you need to think outside the box, but it's very hard because you're stuck in the box, so you can't really get out. So you like need someone's helping hand to drag you out of there. So I feel like these are very good for those types of discussions as well. That could work. A lot of things will change after all when the thing starts. Yeah. And I do think that because the competition is going to be like there's going to be a new competition every full moon. So I feel like that's a good way to divide things. And also other stuff behind the scenes are happening during the full moon. So I feel like the full moon is like very important. Although I have been like struggling a bit with the name because I feel like it sounds a bit, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure if I like the titles of it, but at the same time I can't really name it like full moon, crescent moon, blah blah blah, because it's only the full moon. So yeah, but maybe it can work then. Yeah. Need to drink some water. Also, how do you guys feel? Should we do a stretcher break? I mean, I feel like I want to do one at least. So, I'm asking if anyone else wants to. I'm not sure. I'm doing one. Do it if you want to. Is what I'm trying to say. Might end up being like 5 or 6 hours. I don't know entirely. I haven't really decided on that because I haven't. I like thought about this like just a few days ago. I haven't really, but yeah, it could be. I mean, it could work. Because I think I haven't really decided how many like side competitions it's going to be. Maybe you could base the arcs on the moon cycles, like now the light is powerful, now the dark is. Nah. Even if it's just religion to most people. Yeah, no. It's so hard to discuss these kind of things, like to get help, but at the same time being as cryptic as possible because I don't want to spoil things. But no, I don't feel like that will work because it is just the full moon that I feel is important. I'm not gonna say why it's important, but like, as I said, the competition is going to be like, it's going to be a new set of competition every full moon. So there's like a good divide because, oh, now it's time for a new competition, new arc. But also stuff that is happening in the background, it's like kinda important with the full moon there. It can't be the darkness, whatever, or the night, like, or moon cycles in general. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the full moon. And I feel like if I would do arcs when the moon isn't as powerful, I mean, it's still going to be part of the arc, because I mean, the arcs isn't just a competition, then it's a new arc, you know. So yeah, I feel like that wouldn't really work. Maybe something like Lonely Moon includes a bit of what the story is doing and keeps the moon. Yeah, I like the name. I really like the name. It sounds good, but need to think on that. Could maybe work, but I'm not entirely sure. I think I might use just like, as I said, first full moon, second full moon, blah blah blah, for now at least. And once I have written the whole story, then maybe I can go back and change it, because then I know actually what the arcs are containing. I feel like that's probably easier. Yeah. It's tough being a writer, guys. It's so tough. The decisions you need to make. You can use Otherwhere was just an example. Yeah, I understand, and it was a good example. I do like I do like the name of it, so yeah, if I can like make something of something like similar to that work, then it would be very nice because I do like it. I'm just not sure if it works if it works in the story, but yeah, could work like something like that instead of like the moon phase, something else, blah 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 moon. But yeah, placeholders. That exactly what I was talking about earlier. That I feel like that is a good thing. Like it's so easy to get stuck on one little detail. Like one reason that I didn't write as much yesterday was because I was sitting on Google Pictures trying to find a good gothic outfit for for a guy. Like yeah, because I needed to describe it, and I was like, I don't know. Gothic outfits, how? Like, so I sat on Google for like half an hour instead of writing, which, I mean, it was kind of progress in on its own, but yeah, placeholders are a good thing. What if they're just months, but like December is the month of the whatever moon? Ooh, ooh, I like that. I like that idea a lot. Cold moon, new moon, because January, newish moon, February. Yeah, yeah. I like the way you think, guys. Thank you. I just need to come up with the names now, but yeah, that could absolutely work. Then it's still like, well, it can still be connected to the full moon because it's a month change. So it's, yeah. That's really good. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. This is what you have friends for. And chat. Yeah. But as I was saying for about like 7 minutes ago, I feel like it's time for a stretchy break because otherwise writing is going to be painful. So I feel it's time. It's time. So everyone who wants to can go and stretch for a while. I highly suggest that you do because it's not good to sit down for too long. So yeah, I'm going to go and stretch. Don't go anywhere too far because I will be back. And we see each other here again soon. So see you. Don't go anywhere. Holy crap, that was necessary. I just felt when I stood up like, oh my god. I was so stiff, guys, you have no idea. Also, someone else that is stiff is my bathroom door. I went to the bathroom as well, and because of the temperature change that is going on, because it is September, so it's the start of the cold times here in Sweden, and well, my bathroom door, whenever I move it, cries bloody murder. It's like, it's insane. It's a sound that could wake up the dead, I swear. It makes me almost scared to like move it at all. Maybe I should just sit there with the door open. I live alone, but like, oh my god, it's a sound. It's a sound. You just sleep with your mouth open, by the way. Well, it happens. It happens. Okay, don't judge me. It's I need to show off my cute fangs, you know? Ice Age is coming. Yeah, sadly it is. But right now it's quite lovely, not gonna lie. I agree with Tudor. It's super cold but lovely weather today. I actually am planning on, after the stream, I'm going to go out for a bit because I have no cheese. So I need to go and buy some because I work from home tomorrow and I want cheese on my breakfast sandwich. So I'm going to go out. It is quite difficult to like know what you should wear now because we're kind of in this like middle area where it's like really cold early in the day and then it gets like very hot later, so I'm not really sure what to wear. But I am looking forward to it to get colder actually, as strange as that might sound. Although it's like, I kind of like when it's a bit colder as well. I like living in a country that has like different seasons. I mean, I complain about all the seasons, but I still like them in their own right. Like it's like super nice when they arrive, you know, but then you get tired of them because they have been going on for too long. But autumn is like, it might actually be my favorite season. Like this time when it gets colder outside, the leaves are just beautiful, everything is so like fresh and crisp outside, but it's not like so cold that you freeze to death whenever you like just look at outside. Like winter is like the only season that I don't like. I do like it on Christmas, but that's it. Then I can just leave because yeah, I don't like it. But autumn is very lovely. So yeah, cheese aversion is over. I never really had a cheese aversion, but yeah, Dudo definitely ruined cheese for me for a while. But that was because yeah, I had overeaten cheese when I was at his place. But yeah, it's over. Like now it's kind of my current obsession with the type of sandwich that I'm eating. So I'm just having every breakfast that I'm having here at home a cheese sandwich and mango juice. It's really nice. I will get tired of it eventually though, probably. I'm starting to get a little bit tired about the bread I'm eating. So yeah. A warm sweater is all you need today. The sun warms you a lot. Okay, thank you. That's good advice then. I won't get too dressed up. But I kind of wanted to be a bit colder because I have... I think I mentioned this during my birthday stream that for my birthday, my mom had bought me a lovely, lovely coat that hadn't arrived yet then, but it has arrived now and it's beautiful, guys. It's absolutely beautiful, but it is a bit too warm to wear yet. I was hoping for it to be like more of an autumn jacket, but I feel like it's more of a early winter kind of jacket, so I kind of wanted to be colder so I can start wearing it because it is beautiful. Quick, do to put together a cheese plate for when we'll meet next time. No, don't, please don't. And I feel like my stomach has just been messing with me a lot lately. Like, I don't like my stomach. I ate some like chocolate balls yesterday, not a lot, like I think I ate 2 and like a nougat. not at the same time, like it was spread out during the day. And also I had a cider as well during the evening. But like 3 snacks, not very big snacks, and a cider. And I felt like I was going to die when it was time for bed. Like, what? Being adult is hard. Like, when I was a kid, that wouldn't have been a problem at all. Now it's just, look at these things and I die. I hate it. I hate it. The struggles. The struggles. Oh, I finally know what to give you for your birthday and Christmas. Birthday? I just had a birthday! Or have you not bought a birthday gift yet? Is that what you're saying? Jeez, yeah, no. No, if you give me that, I will bonk you. No, absolutely not. Saw the stream name, just wasn't 100% what it was. Yeah, it's a writing stream. I do this like once a month because I am an aspiring writer as well. So I want to stream at least one time per month, just to like it's a kind of like workshop stream where I write and we talk about writing and stuff. So yeah, I've been listening to this in the background. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate the support very much. It's very kind of you guys to be here. Like, I know not everyone here is writing, so I appreciate everyone who's just here to like hang out during this like cozy vibes, even if it's not like much action going on. So yeah, I'm very thankful for every one of you. Better be a large cheese so she can use it to poke. Oh my god. I don't want cheese, okay? And like I said, I'm starting to get a little bit tired of it, at least like with this with the bread I am using. So yeah, and if I change bread, the cheese isn't going to be as enticing anymore. So yeah, we'll probably switch it out. I'm very much like that kind of person who when it comes to breakfast, I get like obsessed with one thing for a very long time, and then I just get completely tired of it, and then I get obsessed with something else for like a very long time. Cheese fountain, no! No! Can I share a story? I made it up myself. Yeah, sure, absolutely, that's perfectly fine. If it can fit in chat, that is. I don't have the ability to like check anything if you like send a link to like a bigger story or something, because my time schedule is quite hectic usually. But if there's something that you can share here in chat, absolutely, it's perfectly fine to share. But I'm starting to feel like it's time to start writing again. What do you guys feel? I kind of ended in the middle of a sentence, and I feel like the more we talk, the more I lose the sentence. So, you know, I kind of want to get to work. Also, by the way, I need to ask you, for those of you who have seen multiple of these streams, do you feel like it's boring of me to have this setup instead of like the hand cam setup? Because personally I feel like this is more comfortable, because I get kind of self-conscious even with like just showing my hands, and like I feel also the hand cam like messed up my sound a lot of times. So yeah, do you feel like this works with this setup, with this like computer screen here and my like desk here? Or do you like really want to see my actual live typing? Because yeah, I feel like this is easier to set up, and also it doesn't screw with my sound, which I don't hear when I'm streaming, so I can't even like correct it. I always notice it afterwards when I'm like doing the timestamps, and then I notice like, oh, we have had a buzzing sound this whole stream. Perfect, that's professional. So yeah. And also like if this setup works, I might in the future like change to something more personal, because this one, this screen and desk right here, it's directly from VTube Studio. I would kind of want to have something more personal, so yeah. I'll break it up, hope you all enjoy it. Yeah, okay, perfect, that sounds great. I am curious to see. This is fine, it's cute, wasn't watching your hands a lot anyways as I've been working. Yeah, I feel like that is the point, like, I feel like having my hands, honestly, like having my hands showing, it might just attract creeps, to be honest, like, because most people here won't watch me. They might listen to me because it is, as Pancake said, like a good thing to maybe have in the background. But it's definitely not a stream you sit down and just watch from start to finish. And I feel like having my hands on screen might just attract more creeps, honestly. So yeah. And also I bought a lot of rings, and those barely even showed on the like camera, so I feel like, what's the point really? Only made me stressed because I had to fix my nails and everything. To fit your vampire thing, quill plus ink plus parchment. Yeah, definitely, but then again, it would be a bit weird because I am not writing that way, so it would conflict with like the sounds that's coming from me, but yeah. But I would want to like maybe have a, if possible, like personally designed or something that you can buy as well. I mean, this whole background here I bought from like Etsy, and it fits my theme perfectly. But like maybe a different color of the desk, and maybe a black computer screen, maybe like with a vampire theme or something. Alright, and I see that you are writing a lot, so just tell me when you are finished, and then I can, if you want to, I can read it out loud. Old-timey typewriter, yeah, that would probably be better then, but at the same time, it's not the same sounds either, so I don't know. I will need to like check on the options, and right now I don't really want to spend too much money because I don't have that much money. I'm not rich, I'm not doing this full time, so I will need to check if it's even possible to do. Like, this background I have was quite cheap, so that one felt very like worth it, but I don't want to spend too much on something that I will use once a month, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna start and see. Is it okay if I read this out loud? Say and tell me what you think. Yeah, I will read it, and if anyone else wants to read it like on their own, it is here in chat, but I'm going to read it out loud as well, because that makes it easier for me, and I don't want to sit in silence for this as well. So let's see here. It was a crisp autumn afternoon the first time we met. I wore an onion on my belt, it was a style at the time. We did everything together, from picking apples in Oshkosh to changing airplane wages as Fort Burning Men. We were inseparable. It was like this for several years, until the day her lifelong ambition was reached. She became a rocket man. I'll never forget her last words, "Can't stop the honey." As she soared into the stratosphere, a kindly gentleman passerby asked me who that was. I looked at him in stunned disbelief and told him plainly, "That's Georgina Tightop McEasley. I'll never forget her. Godspeed, you racing unicorn. Godspeed. Rest in peace, 2001-2072. Yeah, quite interesting. I'm not sure I understand all of it, but definitely interesting. Like, it gives me a lot of like things to think about. It feels like what's the word? Like a prologue for something bigger a bit. And like you're supposed to maybe not understand everything like by reading just this part, and that you will understand more later. It's definitely interesting. I like the names you are using, definitely. Those are quite interesting. So yeah. But I like your writing style. That's very unique, I feel. Definitely. Alright, but I feel like it's time, speaking of writing, now that we have been speaking for quite a while, the time is ticking, so I think it's about time that we start the second sprint. What do you guys feel? Do we feel our writing hands ready for work? Or are we going to speak some more? My god, I went to get some more water for myself and I almost drunken that up again. I'm going to... It's probably gonna be one of those days where I will have to use the bathroom a lot. Unnecessary information, I know, but like... don't know why, but I imagine that story happening in some post-apocalyptic Fallout-like world that have just gotten back to like 1950s technology. Yeah, I kind of got the same feeling. Like, it was very interesting. It gave me... I don't really know what it's called in English, but if I'm gonna do a direct translation from Swedish, like more taste. Like I kind of want to know more because it's definitely interesting and you like have a good writing style. It was easy to, it flowed and it was easy to read it. I didn't feel like it was difficult to read at all. It was very like fast paced and yeah, it had a nice flow to it. So yeah. And Fia is ready. Okay, perfect. Then we are setting up this and gonna make sure I have my phone ready as well. There. Alright everyone. Good luck and have fun, and I will speak to you in 25 minutes again. Have fun. Alright, there we go. Good job, everyone. I hope it went well for you. It went quite well for me. I feel like I'm at a good place in my chapter, and I'm no longer like confused about where the chapter is going. I'm quite pleased with it, if I may say so myself. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. That was the whole story. It's not really supposed to make sense, just something I thought was funny. Gotta love tied up Mickey easily. Yeah, it was, like I said, the names were really like creative, and if that's the whole story and it's not supposed to really make sense, well, you nailed it then. Because yeah, it was like you understood just enough, but at the same time were like sort of kind of confused. So it was like a good mix, I feel. And as a short story, that absolutely works, I feel. It was definitely interesting, and it makes you kind of think, like, what does it all mean? So yeah, gotta say, Håkan is a bigger jerk than I thought. Isn't it lovely when we find out that our characters are more jerky than we thought they were? I am at a bit uncomfortable place in my chapter. I must say, I have been watching with Dudor and Fia and Day, and also Quill, who's also one of my mods, but she's not here right now. But we have been watching Has Been Hotel lately. It was the first time I watched that. It's really, really good. And I must say, I have taken some inspirations from that. Like a certain episode really stuck with me and has inspired me for one of the characters. Speaking of being a bigger jerk than I thought, like, yeah. I mean, I knew he was a jerk, but yeah. I have definitely taken some like inspiration from that, and I'm at a like really kind of uncomfortable part right now. I do enjoy writing it still, but it is slightly uncomfortable because yeah. Not gonna say anything more because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah. I mean, has a reason for it, but still, yeah, well, that's good. My guy doesn't really have a reason for it. He's just a jerk. I mean, he's not one of the good guys, though. He's not a main character, so, yeah. He's one of the, like, not antagonists per se, but he's a character that you're not really supposed to like. And if you do like him, like, get help, I say. I mean, I do like him, but I like him as a character. I definitely hate him, like, as who he is. He is, he's awful, but yeah. I kind of want to say something more, like, which episode of Has Been Hotel is? I think it is episode 4. And that's all I'm gonna say, which I have like taken small inspiration from. So yeah. But I'm done with chapter 14. I feel okay, yeah, that's great. And you said you were going to send it to me and Dudo, right, when you were done with that chapter, or have you changed your mind again? Because I'm excited to read it. I do like jerk characters. I mean, yeah, it depends on what kind of jerk they are. Like this guy. Yeah, no, I don't think you will like him, dude. Or like, he's not a jerk in like a cool, sassy way, like he's an anti-villain or anti-hero, blah blah blah. Like it's not that type of character. He's just a big ass, really. So yeah. And yeah, okay, perfect, you are going to send it. That's great, that's great. Just have a few questions for you guys before I send it, but I can take it out in private. Yeah, perfect, absolutely. And that I think that's a good thing when you like send your texts over. I don't tend to do that, like at least not in this part of the process I'm in right now, in the first draft. I am sending everything I write to Dudor, mostly because I kind of want encouragement on the way, and also kind of want some small comments here and there, like if it works or if it's something like that definitely doesn't work, and then I might change it before it's too stuck in the story, if you know what I mean, or like being more a permanent part of the story. But otherwise, I don't really want comments this early because it's still very early. But I feel like when you are sending stuff over for like beta reading, I do feel like it's a good thing to have questions that you want to know, that the readers specifically can focus on. It's good to like give directions, like, oh, what do you think of this part, or how should I do this, or what do you think of this character, or something like that. Sometimes I feel like that's good, and I actually think that's something I will do. I follow an author on YouTube and also on Instagram, Jenna Moresi. I haven't read her books yet, sadly. I want to, but I have been following her for a while because of her writing tips, because those are really, really good. And I think it was her that put up like something on Instagram, like questions that you should ask your beta readers, and I actually took like screenshots of it, although they have now been buried in all of my other pictures and videos and stuff that I have on my phone. But I will probably use that when I like send over a more finalized version of my story for test reading, because I feel like that's a good thing to like give your readers direction, because as a test reader it's very easy to just like, yeah, this was good, and yeah, this was good isn't really helpful. Like, you want to know, as a writer, you want to know everything, like, does this work, does this not work, what did you like, what did you not like, what should I keep, what should I not keep. Like, you want more than just, yeah, it's good, you know. But that can be quite difficult as a reader if you don't get any directions. So I feel like I will try to do something like that once I'm actually done with the story, and kind of know what I want to know, if you know what I mean. So yeah. I'm gonna check on my word count. I feel like it rolled quite well. There. Okay, I wrote 631 words during this sprint, so yeah, quite a productive writing stream, I feel. I am very happy with it. I don't feel as stuck as I did, and I'm almost done with the chapter. Not quite. I still have like I feel like I have a lot more to write. It's probably gonna be a bit longer chapter than maybe usual, I don't know, but I feel like I have a good structure for it, because when I started it I felt very lost and was like, where am I going to go with this? I'm having another ball, but like, what are we doing on the ball? We can't just dance and that be it, you know. It isn't Pride and Prejudice. Sorry, I haven't read that one. I have watched the movie, like the old BBC movie, and I remember it was a lot of dancing from what I remember. I want to read a book sometime, and I kind of want to watch the movie again, maybe in a new version, because I haven't seen that one. But yeah. I need a motivation to keep writing, since I'm not exactly planning on ever releasing it. Yeah, I can understand that feeling. Like, motivation is tough, and even for me, like, I want to publish it one day. I would love to like be able to live off my writing, although I doubt that will happen, because one, that is extremely difficult. Two, I live in Sweden, and yeah, fantasy writing in Sweden, it's not really that big. Like, in Sweden it's mostly like crime novels that works, or like biographies, but fantasy is very niche. It is like kind of on the uprising though, because there are some smaller publishing houses that are growing, and so there is like a growing interest for it, I feel. But so far I don't think, I try to be realistic. I don't think I will ever get to that point that I will be able to live from it, but it would be nice. It's a nice dream to have, and I want to publish it. I'm going to publish it, I might say, because even if no publishing house will pick me up, I will publish it on my own if I have to, because it's such a dear project to me. I won't let it die in a Word document on my computer, absolutely not. So yeah. Fun game of spot the plot holes. Yeah, that too. That is very good for having test readers. That is a very good use of test readers, honestly, because finding plot holes when you are the one writing it, it's not as easy as it may seem, because you're so stuck in it. And if you work on it long enough, you might figure out, because I figured out with my other project that I'm currently not working on, but I'm thinking of it a lot of times. I noticed that like there was a problem with a whole character. Like a whole character was a plot hole in and of himself because of who his parents were. So I had to like change his parents because it didn't work, because it was a huge plot hole. And I hadn't even noticed that like when I was writing it. And it's very easy to to miss stuff, like even like bigger or smaller stuff like that. So test readers are definitely a must if you plan on publishing. Like if you're just doing it for fun, plot holes, you don't want plot holes, but it doesn't really matter that much. But when you want to be published, yes, plot holes are no. And your comments and thoughts help me getting forward. Yeah, that's good. I'm so glad that you say that. It makes me happy to see that it doesn't only help me, but that it can help other people as well. Because that's the whole idea with this. Like I want an excuse to write more. And I kind of want to share my writing journey with you guys, since I kind of am a public figure now. I mean, not really, because I'm still quite small, but I am in a public space doing public stuff, so it's just a matter of being found by people. But so yeah, I kind of want to share my journey with you guys, because it makes it less lonely. Because here's the thing, writing is extremely lonely. Like if you're into theater, you have groups of, often probably groups of people that are like-minded that you can work with. Being like painter, yeah, that's also kind of lonely, I guess, but at the same time it goes by quicker. But when you're writing a novel, it takes so much time and so many thoughts. Like it is very lonely, and it's so easy to like give up or start second guessing yourself. And I feel like having a nice community to like be able to work together with, and just notice that you're not alone, and that you can like discuss things together and sort things through that you probably maybe wouldn't be able to sort out on your own. Yeah, I feel like that's just great. So I'm very glad that you feel that way, Pia, because that's the whole purpose of this. It's not only to like let me sit here and like, hi, I'm Lolly, look at me. It is to like have a small community and help each other out, and I really enjoy that it's something that we can do here. And I hope that we can like even grow bigger and have more people joining and just work through our writing together, because sometimes you need that kind of support. Most Swedes who read fantasy read it in English, it feels like. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those Swedes. And it's not because I don't like reading in Swedish, like, I do. The problem is that most books are in English, and if they publish it in Swedish, they might not publish the whole thing. So it's safer to read it in English. Because, yeah, the publishing houses don't dare to, like, publish fantasy, I feel, unless it's like proven to be like really popular, like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, for example. Barely any books being translated. That is exactly it. Like some YA fantasy books get translated, but it's still like series that are proven to be very popular. And even then, there is always the risk of them cancelling it and just not publishing it because it didn't sell enough. Harry Potter, that's also like proof of a very popular series that has gotten translated. But yeah, so there's that problem. But I have found a publishing house here in Sweden that is specializing in fantasy and also like feel-good and romance. And they are kind of on the uprising, it seems like. They have a lot of interesting books that are like written in Swedish. And I feel like then it's a completely different thing, because then you know that it is like there isn't a version in the original tongue, because Swedish is the original tongue. And also I feel like smaller publishing houses are more passionate about what they're doing, and I definitely feel that from this publishing house. They're called Seraph, if you are interested in checking that out. But they have a lot of interesting books, and I have some of them in my bookshelf that are just waiting to be read. So I am very excited to like try and find more Swedish fantasy and read it, because yeah. So there's like, it's not impossible to be published, and I feel like, again, fantasy in Sweden is kind of ish on the uprising, not really. Like it's still very much the underdog, but we have some people, like it is popular. I mean, we do have this bookstore that is both online and also it's placed in Stockholm, Gothenburg and Malmö, and it's called Science Fiction Bokhandeln, Science Fiction Bookstore. And they are super popular. Anytime I have been there, there's always been a lot of people, and they are always like super, like even a lot of tourists have went there. So I feel like fantasy people in Sweden are very passionate, very like, it's like this whole like geek community for fantasy, and people are very passionate about it. So I feel like it's still the underdog a bit because of like the bigger publishing houses not really wanting anything to do with it. But I still feel like we have a lot of people fighting for it to be bigger and more respected. And so I feel like it's not as hopeful or hopeless as it like might have been when I started writing, because I started writing seriously when I was a teenager. Like I've always written, but I started like considering it like seriously when I was a teenager, like maybe like 13-ish, I think. And by then I would not have say it was possible for me to be published, but now I feel like there's a small, but there's still hope. So yeah, exactly. That's the one we visited. So yeah, there is hope. Which is very nice. It's very lovely to see. And also, right now in Sweden, I'm not sure how famous it is like worldwide. I think it is like a thing, but it's like a huge like book fair in Gothenburg, where they have like panels and discussions, but also like the whole publishing world in Sweden are just like showcasing their books and like having authors being there to like discuss stuff, and it's like a huge book party for the like industry, but also a way for readers to go there and visit. And just I follow this publishing house Seraph on in their Instagram, and my god, there have been so many people visiting their like words, English, it's wonderful, but like their corner of the whole fair. So many people have been there, been interested in buying and like being so like excited about it, and I it really warms my heart to see that, because it shows me that we are not alone in like being geeky for fantasy. It is not just us. So yeah, very cool to see actually that the interest is huge, which makes me as an aspiring fantasy writer feel very hopeful. I know it's not easy to be published, but I feel like it's not impossible at least, so yeah. Anyway, I start to feel like my voice is dying on me. The book fair has been all I've dealt with for the last 2 weeks at work, basically. Yeah, I know, you work in the industry, so I know it's like the busiest time of year for the book industry. Everyone in the industry is like, panic! Everything needs to be fixed, so yeah. But as I said, my voice is starting to die on me, my throat is trying to murder me, so I feel like I should probably stop talking now. It's been very nice to have you guys here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I did. It's been a lot of fun. Right, I need to speak a bit about my schedule before I leave. Let me have some water first, so I can keep going for a little bit longer. So the schedule for next week, I will put it up today on the community tab as always, and also on my Instagram. So if you are interested in what I'm doing the coming week, check it out. But the plan is tomorrow we are doing reincarnation 16:15 GMT +2, and we have no Thursday stream for Crisis Core, sadly, because I have to be at the office for work, so I'm not going to be able to make it. But I am planning on doing that on Sunday 13 GMT +2. So for those of you who want to watch me play Crisis Core, it's changed to Sunday 13 GMT +2. But as I said, I am going to put up my schedule on the community tab and on Instagram, so you can check there to see. And I will also set up the stream before as well, so you can just press the notify me button as well if you are interested. So yeah. But yeah, now I will go and rest my voice. I will go to the store and buy some cheese. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging with me today. It's been lovely. I wish you all a lovely day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.